Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's SPR here, and today I'm just making a quick little eddy guide for people to stop complaining about those eddy spammers. And it's kind of like it's gonna be a anti-eddy, not really, but just to help the spamming eddies get better, basically. So that way you guys don't have to deal with 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, 3. Because for one, let me that's negative. That's 3-3. And 2, 3, 3, 3. And if you notice, after this, once you get into this stance, the next 3 threes, the first 3 to come out is a mid, and then after that it's 2 highs. So just duck the 2 highs and launch them. It's so annoying. And then it's really gonna make the eddy mad that they're like, well, why can't I spam the easiest string? And then most likely those eddies are gonna go for the low. They'll just block the low. And then yeah. Anyways, another thing, whenever they get into low stance, even though it's crouching, unfortunate. If you see someone spamming this, it is not that plus. First hit is a mid, second hit is a high. Duck it and launch them. It's not that big of a deal. They do get a follow-up attack, but it does not work if you hurry to punish the second attack, so they can't slide that in anyways. So yeah. And then another thing to help the eddies out, which I just picked up on. I didn't really see any. I didn't see this move as like, you know, as a necessity. But once you get to those higher ranks and people are like kind of respecting the handstand stance a little bit more, and they like, oh yeah, he wants to mix up, and they know they can't press. You guys. You'll see that most of your stuff is not working because you're going for the same stuff over and over again. So you want extra tools to help you with the mix-up. That move, forward up 3. You get a little mix-up. If they hit on counter hit, it launches for full combo, decent combo. But if you hold forward, you can go for a mix-up, which is not bad. Hold forward. I go for a mix-up all the time. It's somewhat plus, even though they can launch you, but half the time people do not launch this because they're either looking for this or they're looking for the counter attack. Nothing too weird. So yeah, so if they're looking, they can parry the low, or they can just stand up on this and just block it, which it's probably negative because Eddy's hella negative in this game. Even though he's not spammy plus, he just people don't know when to press or when to duck and launch, you know. But yeah, I go for this. And then for the most of the time, whenever you go into this, you're gonna start off with this. It's your fastest one. It's so good. Cause this alone, it wall splats, it breaks walls, and then if it does hit, you can go for this, and then this move breaks floors, so you can go for either or. So if you do land this, go for this. Yeah, that's good. But no, the tool that I was talking about earlier is this. It's a homing high. I don't know why they would make it like that, but I guess you can't sidestep it. So you're gonna hit with 1, yeah, 3, 4. This is forward 3. You can start like some mind games with this. Does decent damage, nothing too bad. And then you go for this. That's nice. That's good. I mean, yeah, you have a follow-up to scare people with, or you could fake it. holding forward. So yeah. And then another thing is 2-3 and a handstand stance is just so good for the mix-ups. And then another thing is I like to like what I'll do is I'll whiff a and then go for 3-3-3, because most of the time whenever you whiff, people think that you don't have enough time to press after you whiff the grab. I was trying to whiff, but you get the gist. You can go for 3-3. That's like the only time you can probably go for the 3-3-3, because they put an easy mode combo in the game. 3-3-3-3-3 for a decent whatchamacallit. But it's you know, it's really not that good. That move's really good. Just something slight. 70 damage. It doesn't even feel like 70 damage whenever I do it in game. And then yeah, so you want to stick to yeah, you can go for plenty of fakes. Yeah, just really mix up the opponent. Overwhelm them with like hella flashiness. Because if you start going for this too much, you're gonna get messed up. The only time I really go for that is no. Oh well. Is on block, because that's like your safest thing. That's your safest thing, because whenever you finish your heat on block, I like to just whiff it. And another thing is your heat can be used. I don't see Eddies doing this. It can be used in any kind of stance, so you can weave and go for a free mix-up. You know, something slight, nothing too drastic, but like yeah, on block of your heat, just go for plus. Don't try to launch, because you're gonna give up your turn, because they're probably gonna micro duck. Don't try to go for the low, because they're gonna block the low or parry it. If you're gonna go for anything, go for plus, or go for like a really crazy mix-up, like even on block. Like you can just scare people with this. Sometimes they'll press. If you know they like to do armor, then go for the low. You know, go for the low. Nothing too crazy. Just go for the low if you know they. If you have a read on the heat or armor. But another thing is, if you get them super low on block, most of the time they're just gonna. They will hop kick a lot, so if they like to hop kick a lot, do this. It stops them in their tracks, and you can go for a free mix-up. Especially if it hits them in the air, you can. It's just so easy. But that's only if they like to go for hop kicks, like some idiots do. People just like to take Eddy's plus, even though he's really not that plus. But yeah. And then another thing that I like to do is, so you know that move that puts you into crouch so you can get a free grab. I don't like to go for the grab all the time, so what I'll do is I'll do the knee kick, the little low kick, and then you can 4-4-4-4-4, and then even if they do block all that, like they can block all this, right? You're still somewhat plus. If they do the wrong move, you can still get that out. It's nearly guaranteed. But yeah, you can go for this. That doesn't work. Don't try to go for that. Or go for this to this. Yeah, scare people. It's yeah. Yeah. You get the gist. Yeah. It's just start going for fakes. Don't spam 3-3-3. It's not safe. -5. And then if they duck the two highs, because they put 2 highs in his strings for some reason, that's -3. For one, don't even off of this, don't even go into 3-2 because you're -3. I'll give you that. If anything, hit this once and then go on about your day. Because if you hit this multiple times, because they think that you want to go for the grab, they'll duck it and launch you. Don't go for the grab immediately. Go for 1 hit, switch it up. 2 hits, you're really negative. They're gonna start pressing or armor. Just get your turn, and then yeah. Just it's really not that hard to not spam. It's really not that hard. So you need to stay in these stances most, because his neutral game, it's good. It's decent, I want to say. Another thing is this. That is really just it's -12, so you can't really be punished on this. You can't be punished on this either. But if they know you want to go for this, they'll block and launch you, or low parry and launch you. So don't go for this all the time. Yeah, don't go for that. If anything, go for this, since like if you get them used to just this forward, you know, the first 2 hits, you can do this a lot. Be safe. You can be safe on this. You might get jabbed a little bit, but that's not that big to do. Get them used to this, and then go for this. And then whenever your main goal at the beginning of the game is to get those. I mean, yeah, obviously like get the mix-ups, but get level 1 and level 2, so that way, like even if I happen to, let's say I get a knockdown or something, like the block and all that, like you can, the easiest stuff. And what I'll do is after I knock them down, what I'll do is if I get a knockdown, I might, actually that move is so hard. For some reason, I just can't. There it is. I might do that, but on knockdown, I'll do forward, do that, and then hit him with the low mix-up for free damage, because they never expect you to. Because throughout the match, you're never doing lows out of handstands. Once you get the buff, that's whenever handstand is like really your go-to. You don't really want to be in this. You don't want to be in low stance, because it just sucks most of the time, especially if all they're doing is just, you know, punishing all your highs. And then if you do this move, it doesn't really, that move's good, this move right here is good, but it gives up your turn. It gives up your turn. So I really wouldn't even spam this. It just sucks, even though it's good low tier, but it's not good actual Tekken, so yeah, don't go for it. This move's good. On counter hit, it's really good. You can scare them with this, you're safe. They never really know, and that is only guaranteed if they press. So yeah. Yeah, something slight. And that's another thing that I do to get a free, it's like, it's really not that like big of a combo, but it's free. This right here just gives you a free buff. It's free. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Don't do 3-3-3. It's not. And if low tiers, like people who say Eddy's annoying are just people who don't want to lab him or just don't have him, which I understand. I understand, but it's no excuse for seeing the same thing constantly. You can see the same thing every single time. That's 3-3. Handstands, whenever you see the man in a handstand stance, this, whenever you see him in this, and you see him do the mid, high, duck the highs and launch him. Quit complaining. Duck the high and launch him. Because by the time he gets down here, he's -5. And most of the time, low rank people or eddies, they're gonna do the low into the high. And this hell sweep doesn't work all the time, so it has to be a clean hit. So even if you do go for this, go for a mix-up. That's not really practical, but you get it. I mean, if I know that they have like heat, I'll purposely make them whiff. This doesn't, you can't whiff certain people's heats. Like Devilgen, you can't whiff his heat. It's just, it tracks way too well. Up close, it doesn't work with most of the people, but like maybe from, I want to say about this distance is good. You can make this distance. It's not that hard to make this distance. And then you make them whiff, and then you use your heat. It's really, really easy. Oh, and then another thing is, if they know that you like to run up and do the lows for the guaranteed, 38 damage, do back 4. So good. So good. And then on block, like, over here messing up. Oh my god. You're +6, so you can get that out, which is your 1-3, which puts you into this, which I hit this earlier or yesterday. You'll do and then I did this. Hit him with another mix-up. It's not that hard. Don't go for the low though. Low is just too, not this low. Don't go for this low. They're obviously gonna block. Because once they see you go into this stance, it's, free stuff. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah. Don't spam.